Hi, Year 6. So, the big reveal. Not sure you're that surprised, but yes, I will be your Year 6 teacher. And this year, we will be joined by Mrs. Wright, who will be the TA in our class for the year. Hopefully, this video will explain a bit about what Year 6 is like. And then there'll be another video which is all about me and answering some of your questions that you've sent to Miss Cross. And then there's a third video which is me reading our new class novel. So I have sent you some questions based on the new novel. So hopefully you'll have everything answered by the end of today. If not, either in your comments, just ask anything else that you're unsure of, or write them on a Google Doc, write them on a piece of paper and hand them in today, either to me or Miss Cross, and hopefully we can put your mind at ease for anything that you might be worried about, anything that you're a bit confused about, whatever it is, just let us know. Okay? So, Year 6. Now, Year 6 is a very important year. You are the top of the school, so we rely on you to do lots and lots of jobs. Some of those jobs might be the librarian, so Miss Bryan might come and see who she thinks would like to have that job and help to run the library at lunch times, maybe even after school when the library does get to be opened. The main job is a prefect. Now, we usually start off with around 6 to 8 prefects, and usually you would apply to be a prefect before we actually, this is Bert, by the way, one of my doggies, you would apply in around June to become a prefect, and you'd already know. So we might have to change that. What we might try and do is I might send some information to Miss Cross for her to set as a task for you, and then you can try and think about whether or not you'd like to be a prefect already. Then you can just fill in the information, and then we can have a look in September, because I know some of you might not be sure if you want to be a prefect yet, but from what I've heard, I think every single person in Year 5 at the moment could quite easily be a really, really great prefect for our school. We obviously have school counsellors, eco-counsellors, the usual things that you would have had in Year 5 and in all the year groups as well. But particularly in Year 6, what most people are a bit worried about are SATs. Now, obviously this year, SATs didn't happen because all the schools were closed. And we're not really sure yet what's going to happen next year, whether or not your SATs are going ahead or not. So we are, at the moment, presuming they are. So you will have tests in May, but that's a very, very long way off. And before then, we will do lots of work to help you out. But a lot of the SATs tests are about questions and things that you would have learnt in Years 3, 4 and 5. So it's about revision of what we already know as well. So that will happen then. I know you missed your Isle of Wight trip. That was supposed to be happening in June. However, we have a new date next July, June, I think it's going to be. And you'll still be able to go, and the new Year 5s will also join us with that one as well, so you don't get to miss out because school was closed during the time that you would have gone, so you still get to go on your Isle of Wight trip. Now, in Year 6 we do have high expectations, so I expect all your work to be completed to a high standard. I expect your homework to be handed in when it should be handed in. And if it's not, I will ask you to stay in at playtime and complete that work. If you haven't completed enough work during the lesson, I will ask you to stay in and complete that work during playtime. However, as long as you're focused and as long as you're doing exactly what you need to, this will never ever happen. So it's just to make sure that you focus on what you need to do, get your work done, and then we reward you with your house points or class dojos. And at the end of the week, what we have, I'm not sure if you've done this year, we have a bit of a competition. So we have you against me. So whoever's got the most dojos by the end of the week gets a special treat. Last year it was about 50-50. I think I won half and the current Year 6 won half. So we'll see what happens this year. We do our normal lessons, so maths, we do English, writing and reading, science, history, geography, DT, PE, all of the normal lessons that you would normally do. Some of the topics that you'll learn about this year are World War One, the Victorians, about your global footprint, so how that we as a class and a community can help to change the world and make it a more friendlier place in regards to plastic use and keeping habitats safe for wild animals and creatures in other areas of the world. We do have a club usually on a Thursday, and that usually starts in October, and it's a challenge club where we do quizzes, we do treasure hunts, we do escape rooms, we do a bit of orienteering type challenges, and as I said, that happens on a Thursday. You get homework twice a week, and you also get spellings once a week for a test each week. Usually the spellings will go home on a Friday and they'll be tested the following Friday. And with homework, I send some work out on Tuesday, and then I send some work out on Friday. So you have enough time to complete the other piece before you get an extra piece as well. But if you wanted to join Homework Club like we have had in the past, hopefully we'll have that up and running again. There will be some changes in school in September, depending on all the new rules that we have to follow. But for those of you that have been in school at the moment with Miss Cross, hopefully you've seen it's really, really easy. It's very simple, all safe and well, and we're having some really good times while we are back in school at the moment. Right then, think that's all you probably need to know about Year 6 in general, okay? It is, as we've said, just like any other normal year group, so don't start to panic, don't start to worry, but we do expect a lot of you because you are top of the school and you are the person that all the other children look up and aspire to be like. So we have to make that extra special effort to show them exactly what a really fantastic child would be. And I have no doubt whatsoever that every single one of you will fulfill that role next year. So enjoy the rest of the term, have a lovely summer holiday, and don't forget to click on the other activities, especially the one where you find out a bit more about me and I try to answer as many of your questions that you sent me. So take care, and I will speak to you soon. Bye Year 5, the new Year 6.